Hey guys, okay, hold on. Let me put my comment. Pin comment. There we go. Oh my God. But wait, it's the wrong way. No. No, it's not going. Help. I love how it just showed my front door. Hi! Okay, if you haven't realized, this is my first Instagram Live ever, you guys, so forgive me. I'm not that adept at it yet. Hopefully after this one. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Yes, apply to be a pet. You could go to penthouse.com and there should be a tab, I think. Thank you. I feel very sexy. Hello, perfect and beautiful. Thank you. Hi. Okay, so my name is Sam Phillips, and I am Miss June Penthouse Pet of 1993. I also currently work for the company as a director of pet projects and the production manager. Today, I'm hosting this live because I have a very special guest, and I wanted to be the one to do the interview with him. And he's a very old friend of mine. I've known him for forever. We have a bunch of mutual friends in common. In fact, I was in one of his music videos, and at one point we both had live TV shows at the same time at the same station. I just want to put a little disclaimer that today, we're going to be talking about sensitive subject matter, and I just want you guys to know that my opinions are mine. They don't reflect the company I work for, so I just wanted to put that out there first and foremost. You guys know my special guest. Oh, look at my hair. I just cut bangs. Do you like them? Yay! You guys, I don't like that though. That looks terrible. Hold on. Oh my God, there we go. Ooh, do I love big black cock? Sure, of course I do. Okay, so, focus. So you guys know my guest. He's an 80s teen star. You would know him from The Goonies, Gremlins, Lost Boys, License to Drive, so many iconic movies that my dear friend Corey Feldman has starred in. I'm bringing him on the show today because he has a documentary that's out now, and given the climate of Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, this is a very timely conversation to have. And hell, let me just bring my friend on, Mr. Corey Feldman. Waiting for him to come on in.
Hey! Okay, all my viewers are going to be able to see now. As we saw in the test, they were able to join on very quickly. And I was going to tell you, when you sit back, actually here it looks okay. But when you were sitting back, there was too much room on the top, and I was seeing all the messages scroll, and there was like this much room above your head. But now it's okay. Everything seems to be evened out, so we're good.
Okay. Well, I think when you split the screen, it splits the screen. So here we are all up close and personal, me and you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. I'm going to have to mute this for 1 second.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Courtney, stop the blender. I can't hear.
Okay, so that's Corey's wife, Courtney Ann. How is beautiful Courtney Ann, by the way?
She's doing great, but she's was blending in the kitchen, and you could actually hear it. So I didn't want everybody to not be able to hear me, and I also wanted to be able to hear you. So I apologize for that. I had to do some. That was called normal civilian life, right there. You got a glimpse into normal civilian life, where we actually have to ask our wives to stop the blender for us. Anyway,
that's so funny.
But yes, Courtney's doing great. She's actually thriving right now. I don't know how much you've been following what's been happening with us, but as you can see, this doesn't look like Los Angeles in the background. We are lucky to be in a very tropical setting with a little thunder in the background. We're doing this on natural today, but this is her favorite place to be. We got stuck here, ironically, after the film. We shot the film. You know, it was a 3-year process to get this movie made. We went through absolute hell to get the movie made. And then once we got the movie made, oh my God, you have a naked person watering plants behind you.
Oh my God, no, he's not naked. Robbie! That's my roommate, Robbie Apples. Robbie, I'm still alive. Oh my God.
He couldn't have found a better time to water the plants in his underwear. Oh, Sam, some things never change. Is that your
right?
houseboy?
I was just gonna say that. Was that your houseboy? Oh my God. Well, he's my quarantine mate. So he's my roommate.
I see.
He's my roommate. I have 2 roommates in this great house.
Oh, I bet you do.
I have to. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna pour this by myself. Anyway.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking because you are the illustrious Sam Phillips, and you have, you know, always maintained a position as a reputable host amongst the lucid and the lurid, you know, in your industry, and you've always managed to keep a strong head and a strong mind, and you always keep yourself out there. So I respect your I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Elasticity. Your ability to evolve and
snap back and laugh.
Exactly. No, really. I mean, you've done a great job. So congratulations on your continued success, and I hope that this being the flagship show for you, I hope this is a tremendous success for you and for Penthouse. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. And I mean, normally, we're a gentleman's brand, and we're a high-end luxury company, and typically we don't delve into topics quite like we're going to today. I feel as your friend.
Sorry, you broke up there a little bit. Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Oh my God, you can't do that to me. The thoughts go too quick. But what I was gonna say.
I know, but it keeps like kind of skipping a little bit. I don't know if that's for everybody or just me because I'm in the middle of nowhere. But yeah.
I think it's you. Because I think that I'm fine.
Okay.
But I always think that I'm fine.
Of course. You're perfect.
What I was
perfect.
going to say is, you know, I know that you had posted stuff on your social media that you're going to be doing this interview with Penthouse today. And I know some people were responding in a negative way because we are a gentleman's brand, a luxury lifestyle company, Penthouse, right? We deal in sexuality. So it's not a very sexy topic to be talking about this, but it's a timely topic. And like I said at the top of the show, when you have, you know, the Jeffrey Epstein thing on Netflix, and you have Surviving R. Kelly 1 and 2, Weinstein in jail, like all this stuff, it is a timely topic. And it all sort of...
Well, it's more than timely. Unfortunately, Sammy, it's a timely topic that's being ignored. Yes, there is the Epstein movie on Netflix. As many of you may know, actually the people who are Feld fam that are watching are very well aware that we actually have a petition going on that started organically by one of our great Feld fam members by the name of Danielle. And Danielle was kind enough and sweet enough and wonderful enough to start this incredible campaign, this petition to Netflix, which she started to try to get 500 signatures. And I think she got those within like 20 minutes. And then like it went to 1,000, and then it went to 1,500, and then it went to 2,000. So I think right now it's probably around 2,500. And it's just growing by the minute. And it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty cool that...
Where can I find it so I can sign it?
It's posted on my Twitter account. So if you go to my Twitter account, you can actually see it as one of the top threads right now in the posts. So I've been regenerating it all day because it's up to like 300 likes just the post itself. And you know, 3,000 people supporting, 2,000 people have signed it, so it's growing really big. I think that's really cool, because anything that's grassroots is important. But the topic that, you know, brought me to all of this is it's being ignored. And yes, there are major crises going on in the world right now. This is election time. There's major politics in the air. There is, you know, all kinds of injustices with Black Lives Matter that we're trying to stand up for, that we're trying to promote, that we have to show our support of. But of course, there's coronavirus, and all of us trying to stay safe, all of us trying to stay home, all of us trying to keep away from each other. Yet at the same time, we're trying to protest and have our voices heard to make sure that there's equality on this planet, and especially in America, where we can do something about it. So this is where we're at as a nation. This is where we're at as a globe. But unfortunately, what's happened again, Sam, is children's rights are once again being ignored. And you know, I can't stand on top of a soapbox and say that children's rights have to be taken more seriously than Black Lives Matter, because there's no competition. It's all equal. We all have to care about all of the issues in this world. But protecting our children, no matter what color you are, no matter what culture you're from, no matter what religion you believe in, protecting our children has got to be unspeakable. Like, it has to be going, like, as part of our virtue, as a race, as a culture, as a society. Protecting our children must come first. Now, as you were saying, people say, you know, gee, Corey, why are you using Penthouse as a platform to speak about this when they peddle in, you know, adult sex trafficking, and they peddle, you know.
No, wait, I have to stop you.
You don't have to stop me. I'll get there.
I'll get there.
I'm just saying, this is what they say. It doesn't mean I agree with it. It's what they say.
But it's consensual sex amongst adults.
Absolutely.
And we don't peddle it. We provide it. It's a
absolutely.
When there's a demand, there's a supply.
Would you call it an essential service?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Really? So
guys
does
need
that
to
mean
get
that
off.
porn has been able to continue on during COVID because of essential services?
Yeah. We are definitely an essential business. Absolutely.
Wow. That's crazy. That's
Men's
crazy.
penises are very important, Corey.
So are vaginas. So are vaginas.
Yes.
Yes. But anyway, that said, we've all got one. We've all got one. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid to say it. But the truth of the matter is, it's not about sexuality. Sexuality is normal. Women who decide to be Penthouse pets, and let me tell you, I've been a Penthouse fan for many years. Women who decide to be Penthouse pets are doing it out of their own free will, because they're beautiful women who decide that they want to use that avenue in life. And that is their choice. That is their God-given right. And if that is what they choose to do and that makes them happy, then God bless them for doing it, as long as they can keep things in perspective. That's always been my opinion. Nobody should ever get involved in the sex trade industry to be a slave. That is something that's certain. And I don't believe that Penthouse in any way promotes child sex trafficking, adult sex trafficking, slavery, illegal, anything like that.
Slavery, nothing. It is 100% consensual between adults. That's what we do. Yep.
That's right. And not only that, but you take beautiful art. I mean, I've always admired, I mean, not maybe you don't take the art yourself, but you've been a focus of that art. And that's something that's made you who you are today. You used your body and your looks and your brains to get to the place that you are today, where you're still out there motivating people and using your voice. So who is to say that that is wrong? That's insanity. Anybody should use whatever God-given talents or God-given things that they have, whether it's their body, their brains, whatever, as long as it's making them happy. But don't use your body to be a slave. That's the thing. And I will say that 100%. You know, if you're being pimped out, if you're being taken advantage of, if you're being abused, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to report it, and you need to get help. But that said, if you're doing this because you love it then do it because you love it.
Yeah.
That's my
So
point
is that
on
what you told the people that critiqued you for coming on Penthouse to get your word out about my truth, Doc?
Right. That's my feeling because, you know, the point is that what we're talking about is being ignored by the mass media. And I want to applaud Penthouse. I want to applaud you for having the courage to show this interview, to stand up for this cause, because this is the point that's being missed, is look what she's doing. Look what she's doing. She is taking the note. By the way, could you block this person that says R.I.P. Corey Haim because they're actually a Wolfpack member and they're doing nothing but slandering both of us while they're on? So I don't know if you have somebody that can do your...
I do not believe that we can remove them.
Well, you can. You can live. I mean, all you have to do is just kind of pause on their name and then say remove them or whatever from commenting.
I've never done that before, and I'm afraid if I pause and I fuck something up. How about first of all?
I can't do it. I can't do it on my end, so because it's your show. It's your show.
But how about, let me ask you one thing. So there's going to be haters in the comments. Trust me. Like there's the haters that respond to your post. There's haters that responded to my post. And
yeah, we block and delete. We block and delete them because they're not haters. You need to be very clear, Sam. There's an organized cult. See, most people have haters because people like to just talk crap and people like to get their word in and they like to say stupid stuff that doesn't mean anything. That happens a lot because people are irresponsible in responsible conversations. That's a different thing than an organized group of activated cultists who actually spend day and night 24/7 campaigning to destroy our film. They have stolen the film. They have hacked the film. They have pirated the film. They have illegally sold and profited off the film, and they have bankrupted the film, all successfully. This is one of the most important pieces of documentary filmmaking about Hollywood that's ever been made. And when it was released, it got an 8.7 star rating on IMDb. They hacked into the IMDb database and started removing all of the good reviews and comments. And then they started writing all this one-sided stuff. They literally took over the IMDb, even though my manager is on IMDb Pro. I don't even know how they superseded him, but they superseded IMDb Pro and they created their own log line for the film. So right now, this is how big this is. And I want people to know this is an exclusive. This should be talked about on every major news network. But unfortunately, it's being ignored. Let me take you through some of the steps. Number one, our film was hacked in real time in front of a packed audience at the Directors Guild that was filled with some of the industry's biggest and most powerful people. They were all there. It was a packed industry. I mean, we had director Joe Dante, we had Chris Kattan, we had Rosanna Arquette, Matthew Modine. I mean, huge names all over the place. Dave Navarro, everybody was there. Even Ron Jeremy. But the point is, it's not about who was there. It's about the fact that they all stood up at the end of this film and cheered. And the next day, you were there, God bless you. The next day, all of the people who actually wrote honest reviews like Rolling Stone, Entertainment Weekly, and LA Times reported about what actually happened, what went down, and what they saw. And then the day after that, the entire thing was silenced. Literally, we got hacked. The movie wasn't shown to the 50,000 people who paid to see it. And then 20,000 of them requested their money back because of the hacking. And after all that happened, then they went and duplicated the film. They stole the actual data that was on the site. So literally, they stole the beta. They stole the script. And they put up their own fake account simultaneously at the time that our paying subscribers were supposed to be able to view the film and were not able to access the film. They were selling it on a fake website called My Truth Doc instead of My Truth Doc, one letter off. And they were using that as a ploy to merge the people that were trying to watch the movie regularly by putting that link at the top of the Google News search. So where I had received 500,000 Google searches on the movie that day, all of a sudden they started putting my truths instead of my truth at the top of the Google News search. So all of a sudden everybody was going to that link because they knew they could watch the movie there in real time, while our audience could not. So they were stealing the movie. They were charging $30 a ticket instead of $20 a ticket. This is what they did. And you've got people on here saying here on this chat right now, F you to me, because I'm saying that they speak for Corey Haim. Do you know what Corey Haim would do to these people if he was alive today? He would rip their necks out. He would literally go over there and pounce on them because he was a brother. I guess you don't know what it means to be a brother because you probably never had one, because you're a lonely, sorry ass piece of crap if you cannot stand up for children. Bottom line. Who the hell do you think you are? Nobody scammed people. Go screw yourself. You know who scammed people? The people that stole that film. That's who scammed people. And we have millions of witnesses worldwide. This happened worldwide in real time. And they then took the film and turned it into 150 different free links on YouTube. And they gave away 4 million free views. 4 million free views. And at the same time, they're taking over all of the media because the media is silent. They're not allowing me on any program, any newspaper, any talk show. All the people that were supporting me. I mean, the night of the premiere, Sam, we had literally every major media outlet in the world on the red carpet. They were all there. NBC, ABC, CBS, everybody, Fox, they were all there. But nobody has investigated the allegations. Nobody is talking about the seriousness of these crimes. We're talking about children who are being raped and molested in Hollywood. We've given a list of 8 or 9 names we revealed in the movie. Nobody is investigating what's wrong with this picture. And they want to blame Penthouse. They want to say Penthouse is creating smut. Screw you. Penthouse is art, and they had the knowledge and the loyalty and the heart to stand up for this cause and air this interview, which is more than most of you have had the courage to do. That's what I have to say about that.
And by the way, for the few haters in the comments, oh, people are getting right back on them. And I say, ignore it. Because for us to start removing people that are sick, you know, they'll be drowned out by the good people. There are so many good people in this chat right now that are coming to your defense, that actually went and saw your movie, that are saying, and they are agreeing with everything that you said, all the things that's happened to you. Well said, Corey. People are clapping. Trust me, the 4 people that are assholes, fuck them.
Well, they're not, you know, it's not 4. I'll tell you what it is, Sammy.
Well, right here.
Right, I'm saying
from what I can tell, it's about 4.
Right. We have like so much data and so much research to know what these people do, but they create multiple fake accounts. And understand that these are just the trolls. The trolls are not the ones responsible. Although they take credit, they're not the ones responsible for the ingenuity of stealing our film, pirating our film, securing an alternate website to play the film on, taking down all of my media and you know, making it defamatory and slanderous. All of the things that are being done on such a big level that we're talking, this is a multi-million-dollar campaign, and it's being run by the pedophile elites. The people that they talk about in all the fraudulent movies. You know, there's these movies out there that are bogus, like Out of the Shadows, where, you know, they go out there and they spat all this information, which isn't really information. It's just propaganda, which is brought on by President Trump's propaganda team. And they sit there talking about what a superhero he is. And the rumor in that movie, by the way, was that coronavirus wasn't real. This is what they were trying to sell, is that this was all by QAnon. They said coronavirus wasn't real. And all of the Democratic liberals are the pedophile satanic elites. And they're all being locked up right now. That's why you see pictures of them with ankle bracelets on. And while this is all going on, Trump is running a secret military operation to free the children slaves. Thousands of children slaves are being freed from underground tunnels. That's what the movie is propagating. I am an ambassador for Child USA. Child USA is at the forefront. They are literally on the front line of the battle for children's rights, survivors' rights, victims' rights of all types. That's what they do. And they know where the politics lie. I know where the politics lie because I've been in the New York Senate fighting against Republican senators who did not want to sign the CVA into law. Sorry, folks, those are the facts. All the Democrats signed off on it. The Republicans refused. That's the way it went down. I'm sorry. I got to call it like it is. So I'm not saying that all Republicans are bad people, but I'm telling you that they're under the leadership of a dictator and a tyrannist. And this man needs to be removed. He needs to be removed now. He's ruining this country. He's ruining this planet. And he has a lot of responsibility to make things right. And he's not taking the lead. He's not showing people the way through this. He's not doing what a leader is supposed to do.
Honestly, he's divisive. And I think that a lot of his agenda is to create civil unrest in our country.
Absolutely.
And to have our people turn against each other.
Absolutely.
So they can bring in the military. And there we go. We're all on, real lockdown.
Yeah, so now we can be in Germany, 1941. Yeah. It's good times. It's good times, right? This is what we all fought for. This is why we fought for our freedom, so we could have a dictator take over our country. Think about it, folks. Use your brains.
Corey, why don't you tell me a little bit about the CVA AB 1660 law that you helped pass?
Okay, so that there's actually two different laws. There's the California AB 1260. That is the law in California. Then there's the CVA, which is what we've passed in New York. So two different laws. But the California AB 1260 is the one that specifically says that we now have a 3-year look-back window in the state of California for all California victims. So if you've been a victim of sexual assault at any point from any time, you now have 3 years to take your case to civil court. If you report it, you have to report it the proper way. You have to notify the police. You have to make a proper police report. You have to get a lawyer involved, and then you can take them to civil court. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, civil court doesn't do a whole lot because all it does is get you some money. It doesn't get you justice. You can't get them locked up because there's still that statute of limitations on criminal complaints. But understand this. It took us a lifetime to get here. Just like civil rights, children's rights have been repeatedly ignored and put away under the table so that nobody had to look at them, talk about them, or discuss them. They are always the last to be talked about. They are always the last to be stood for. And that's the truth. All children. All children. Why? Because they're a high commodity. Because there's such a high commodity in the sex trade industry. Slavery, child sex trafficking. It is the number one. And in Hollywood, unfortunately, it's part of the problem. It's not part of the solution. So,
and it's never discussed. It's like, everyone seemed so shocked when Weinstein was arrested or when Epstein was arrested, but yet stories had been circulating for years. And
right.
And when you have that much money and that much power.
How many stories have you heard about? How many stories have you heard about Charlie Sheen?
Well, I heard in your documentary that people
right, but I'm saying outside of my documentary. Outside of my you live in LA. You date a lot of people, or you've dated a lot of people. Yeah. You know a lot of penthouse pets who've dated a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Tell me just generally how many stories you've heard yourself.
Honestly, not a ton. And I'm just being very honest.
Yeah.
But not to negate anything that you're saying. I had friends that dated him.
Yeah.
And that had no problems. Also, You know what I mean?
Also what?
Also Penthouse Pets.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And their accounts have been very favorable. I didn't hear anything weird, but then this was also super, super, super long time ago. So,
well, I was dating Ginger Lynn, right? I mean, you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. And you know that Ginger Lynn, she was 23 and I was 15, or 21 and I was 15. Okay. Wow. And what I didn't know at the time is that she was dating Charlie Sheen and living with him. And she was cheating on him to come to my house where Corey Haim was all the time. You know, he didn't come to my house, but she was at my house, you know, and she was dating him. And then this other girl that I was dating named Charlie from License to Drive was also dating him. And both of them told me that he beat them. Both of them. And then we also interviewed people for the film who told me that they beat him. So I think beat them. So I think it's very interesting that you haven't heard that and that you've heard, you know, nothing weird, because every girl, I mean, if you look at the history, literally there are reports of him shooting, stabbing, strangling, beating over the head with a toilet seat. I mean, you know, what he did to the girl in the New York hotel room, apparently, reportedly. But you know what? He's never spent a night in jail. Never spent a night in jail. And he just abuses women left and right. And we've had all kinds of reports as to why. We've had interviews.
And I have to say, just for Penthouse's side,
right.
I know you're talking your truth, Corey, and I'm not.
These are all allegations. Allegations.
But allegedly,
right.
These are allegations. There is no concrete proof. There is no criminal charges, et cetera.
Let me back
but I'm not
back that
negating
up.
what your truth is.
Let me back that up. Okay, so in regards to the things that he's done, there is concrete proof. There may not have been charges that ended up being brought, but he's gone to court over these things. So there have been, you know, charges filed. There have been complaints filed. There's things like that. So it is public record. Okay, so we're not talking about stuff that wasn't in the press, that wasn't reported on, and that wasn't factual. He factually destroyed a hotel room in New York with a girl that was cowering in the corner when police arrived and found her. That's factual, and that was told in the New York Times or whoever reported it. But also, the facts that we put forth in the movie, understand that they were all vetted out. So we had to have an E&O insurance attorney go through everything, and we had to have multiple people corroborate each piece of evidence, each piece of witness testimony that we put forth with any sort of an allegation. So we did our homework, and it's very legally vetted, to the tune of costing us $1.3 million for our insurance policy. So we weren't playing. We did a very serious insurance policy on our film to make sure that people understood we're not loosely throwing stuff out there. This isn't a YouTube video, and this isn't Out of the Shadows. My Truth doc, My Truth, the Rape of Two Coreys, and let's call it what it is, rape, okay? That film is true testimonials and eyewitness accounts. So it's a little bit more than just, you know, some random conversation. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, yeah, no. I have to say, I watched it yesterday, and there are so many amazing interviews, in my opinion, 1,000% believable. I was very impressed with Brian Herzlinger, who basically was
great director.
He's the director of My Date with Drew, and he, in essence, opened your movie, introed your movie, and was a through line throughout the film, connecting all the dots for you. I thought
he was a friend of both of ours.
Very credible.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, if these were not truth for you, these credible people, in my opinion, would not have been a part of your documentary and put their name out there.
Of course not.
With you.
That's right.
Right.
That's
so,
right. And understand this, that the last film that endured this kind of treatment, that was completely derailed and silenced this is called victim shaming, by the way. But what happened last time was when they tried to release an open secret. And it went down very much like this. You can actually interview the producers of that film, and they'll tell you. They had a premiere, I believe, at Cannes. The film was supposed to debut at Cannes, and it was petitioned, and like SAG stopped it for some reason because they talked about SAG in it. And that's what I was told. That's what was in the press, was that it was SAG that stopped it. But I don't know for sure. I don't know where the truth lies on that. All I do know is that it was a very similar pattern. The film had all this pre-promotion. In fact, I was interviewed or asked to be interviewed for the film. I chose not to be interviewed at the time because at the time I didn't want to deal with this issue. It was literally right after Corey died, and I was not trying to focus on it at all. I was trying to move on with my life and, gather myself because I was so torn up. So I said, no, not at this time. And they ended up using footage from another interview. But I stayed in touch with them, and I watched the process and what happened, and they were completely tanked. I mean, completely tanked, just like I was. So the point is, anytime there is a movie that is about this issue, other than targeting one specific person, and by the way, not to toot the horn or anything, but can I just point out that the people who are generally targeted for pedophilia are black entertainers? Can I just say that? The only two films that have come out that have had actual investigation and follow-up after them was R. Kelly and Leaving Neverland, right? Both of those movies came out.
But also Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein, yes, but he was killed. So nothing's going to happen. So they can talk about it all day, right? It's all been covered up. There's nothing that's going to happen with that case. It's disgusting. They won't even allow the prosecutors to go after the people that were in his circle. Like, what the hell is that? The whole thing has been completely shut down. So you can run a documentary about it all day long because it's completely safe. Because guess what? Jeffrey Epstein's estate is not going to sue Netflix. Right?
Right.
But they're afraid. Netflix is afraid to show our movie. What?
But couldn't his estate sue Netflix?
Not really, because then you're opening up a whole can of worms in Discovery. Think about it. Right. That means the estate is now putting itself on the line. That means now the estate is a target to be coming after, right? So that's the way these things work. So as soon as you go out after something or you go against something, you put a target and an X on your head. Obviously, I have that X on my head right now, which is why I've had 2 attempts on my life, which is why I can't live in America.
That. Tell people what happened to you.
Well, there's been 2 attempts, multiple death threats, multiple blackmail attempts. We were sent child torture porn. They have attacked everybody in my team. Yeah, this is real stuff. Real stuff. And we've sent reports to the FBI, and the FBI has not responded. Not responded to child torture porn claims. They sent it to Heather, who is this sweet lady who runs our website. Hi to Heather. I'm sure she's watching right now. She runs the CoreyFeldman.net site, and she's been facilitating a lot of the inner workings with My Truth. So they've been trying to intimidate her, and they sent this to her via my email on my website. So she's a very smart girl, luckily, and she did the right thing and immediately contacted the FBI. That was just one point of intimidation. And I don't know what they think they're achieving by that, other than showing us how sick they really are. These people who you heard about, the Wolfpack, who are working in correlation with Judy Haim, that's no question, unquestionable fact. We've got miles of evidence to prove it. And I'm happy to go to court any day.
In your documentary, wasn't there texts or something going, or maybe I saw it on your Twitter? I saw a series of texts
Instagram, I posted some of the full. Yeah, Instagram, I posted some of the full emails showing that she had knowledge of the rape, and she's denying it. That's in the film as well. But there's also a lot of information about all the people that she's accumulated and how the process of brainwashing works, because they're using similar tactics, by the way, to QAnon. And by the way, I was also attacked by QAnon because they were saying I was a fraud because I was putting my movie out for a price instead of screening it for free as they did with Out of the Shadows, even though Out of the Shadows didn't require a $1.3 million insurance policy because it was just talking smack. They were just saying whatever they wanted to say with no backup, with no proof, with no real witnesses or real evidence or anything credible. They were just spouting off, this is what happened with this person, and this person who's a Democrat is obviously part of this sex scam, and this person is hiding children in Haiti, and this, you know, it's just all BS. They're not giving any specifics, any real details. We're giving specifics. We're giving details. I really hope people get a chance to watch this for themselves before it's gone. It's there right now. You can buy a ticket right now. It's live streaming VOD on demand for the next 2 weeks. mytruthdoc.com. That's where you can find it. mytruthdoc.com. So
it was, I have to be honest, I was so sad. It made me cry.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Why, you know, what you and Corey both went through. And also there was another kid that you interviewed. Oh, Ricky. What was his name?
Garcia.
Ricky Garcia.
Ricky Garcia is an incredible, strong man. We have so much respect for him. He's one of the youngest survivors to come through and be an advocate and be a hero and a voice. I mean, for a guy like him, who's part of a teen band, you know, he's part of like a teen pop band, and he had the cojones to deal with it, to stand up and talk about it. And he talked about some very personal things. And you see a 20-year-old guy like him having the humility and the integrity to be able to come, no money involved. He wasn't paid for his interview. Nobody there was. All the interviews were done because people wanted to come forth and speak about the great injustice of children. You know what I'm saying? So Ricky came forward, he told his story, and we support him 1,000%. I really hope he wins his cases.
I do too. Another real standout in your movie was Marcy Hamilton from Child USA.
Amazing. She's an amazing woman. I hope she's watching right now. We love you, Marcy. Marcy has been such a pillar of strength for me in this thing. You know, it's been very hard for her because Child USA was also attacked. These people, a lot of them are Satanists. And that's, you know, you look at their profiles and it's 666 or Satan this or Satan that, whatever. Listen, everybody has a right to whatever they want to believe in. But that said, don't use your right to vocalize to disparage the work of trying to protect children. And that's what they were doing. And that's what they've been doing. That's what they continue to do. And they attacked Marcy very badly. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, if somebody, no, that's okay, honey. If somebody's watching us right now and they want to come forward with their own accusation, allegation, or story, can just anybody contact Marcy at Child USA for help?
Yes. Okay, so if you have any information about any of the men that we name in our film, please contact us. Okay, we would love to hear from you because we put a coalition together. That's what we're striving to do. We're striving to put a coalition of voices of survivors together so that we can create our own movement, which is called Kids 2. Just like Black Lives Matter is protesting in the streets today, I would like to see Kids 2 protesting in the streets in the days to come. Not today, not next week, but soon. I would like to have protests for Kids 2 because children's rights matter, and they've got to start mattering more. They've got to start being a major priority in our focal point as civilians in society. We have to protect our children. It's a top priority. So if you have information about the people, any of the people that we named in the movie, you're welcome to tell us directly. You can always email me at Corey at CoreyFeldman.net. You can get the information there. People try to send DMs to me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I try to get to them sometimes, but honestly, I don't read them much. And especially if it's in the junk mail where most people show up, I don't really go through there. So I apologize if I haven't heard your voice or seen your message. But I'm contacted every day by people who are victims, by people who are survivors. And they're telling me for the first time. They've never told anybody. But we also see people who are going to their therapists, they're going to their doctors, they're going to their local police, they're going to their attorneys, and they're doing things the proper way. So yes, if you need assistance and you've been assaulted or sexually abused by anyone during your childhood in any state, feel free to contact at Marcy Hamilton for support. Feel free to contact at Child USA for support or Child USA Advocacy for support. They will always be there to help. They'll always send a friendly person to help. And I just found out yesterday that we have a child sexual assault survivor running for the Senate in Pennsylvania. How awesome is that? Could you imagine how amazing that would be if we got one of our own on the Senate? I mean, talk about making some serious moves. We could literally start getting justice. We could definitely absolve the SOL in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, all over Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, everywhere, if he gets, you know, in the seat. So that's a really big one. We need to be campaigning for him. I can't tell you his name off the top of my head, but anybody who follows me, I put a post up about him last night on Twitter. This is very powerful stuff. I really hope he wins. So we got the CVA passed in New York. That created a 1-year look back window, which gives people the opportunity to file their complaints about their sexual assault, which is actually how R. Kelly got indicted last year, and how Jeffrey Epstein got indicted last year because of the CVA passing. So what happened, unfortunately, is because of coronavirus, because of COVID, all the courthouses got shut down, right? So because of that, so people weren't able to actually take their cases in. They only had a 1-year window, which means you've got 1 year to bring new cases forward from back in the day. So it was working for about 5 months, and then COVID hit and everything got shut down. So it wasn't supposed to stop until August, but because of COVID and the great Governor Gavin Newsom in New York, who's done such an excellent job with the cleaning up of the COVID in the streets of New York. He's done such a great job with the protests.
Absolutely.
And dealing with these outrageous, outlandish cops, these cops who are exploiting this and using it for their own, egotistical, pleasurable acts, have been dealt with, quite rapidly. And I'm very impressed to see that New York, especially in Buffalo, is taking charge and doing something about their abhorrent, abusive officers that need to be put down and need to be taken out of the loop. So that's one thing. But also, I want to say Governor Governor Cuomo in New York. Cuomo, I got them confused. Governor Newsom passed it in California for us, so we applaud him as well. Governor Cuomo, who did it in New York and has done such a great job with the protests and has done such a great job with COVID. So, I mean, he's really been on top of stuff. Governor Newsom also has been great. I mean, I have to say, I give it up to both of those governors. They've both done a terrific job. So, thank you to them. And thank you to Governor Cuomo for extending the CVA for another 6 months to give us more time to do reporting because of the fact that the courts were shut down. Now, back to California, where we're in Newsom's territory. In California, we have it for 3 years. So we've got a 3-year window. So even though 6 months of it has been eaten up by the COVID, because literally the law passed in January and everything got shut down in March, right? So now it probably won't be fully functioning again, probably until August. I'm figuring when all the courts are back open, and then you're going to have about 2 years of backlog. So this is really going to screw things up for justice. It really is. And I hope that they make consideration for all of the backlog of cases that are going to have to get through the court system. But anyway, that's about that.
I have a question, because I remember in the documentary you had mentioned that it used to be 25-year statute of limitations, and now it's 45 years on a new case. Is that in LA or is that in New York?
That is only in LA or California, I should say.
Okay.
So the age got pushed back. I believe it got pushed back
until I'm 45, or
I'm sorry,
Or
what?
is it 45 years from the point of being abused? Or how does that work?
No, it's the age. So they give you, I think it's 45 years past the age that it cuts off. So I think it puts you at like 54, 55 years old or something now where you can report up until. But here's the beauty of it. 2 years before that, in 2017, we passed a law that said starting in 2017 forward, there is no more statute of limitations. So if you're a child who's been abused within the last 4 years, you've got a lifetime. As of the laws right now, you have a lifetime to report. You have a lifetime to get justice. They can never shut you down. They can never tell you you don't have a voice. That is one of the greatest things that we've achieved in the last few years. So that one was put through in California. There's no more SOL in California from 2017 onward. And now because of the new law that we passed, anything prior to 2017, you have a 3-year window to report and a 5-year window for discovery. So there you go. We have a lot more room. And you would think with all of this, I, of all people, might get some justice. But unfortunately, I'm still not going to. You know why? Because the people that abused me weren't rich and powerful. And that's all they care about. If there's no money there, then the lawyers aren't going to sniff it out. That's the sad truth. It's a very sad, unfortunate truth. What?
One of the things that you said in your documentary was that a lot of the abusers in the industry, you know, they end up being the people closest to you. Managers, agents, publicists, handlers, wranglers, people that you spend time,
Correct.
Assistants, et cetera, et cetera. So they don't really fall in the Jeffrey Epstein category or the R. Kelly category.
Nope.
So perhaps that's why
what makes
don't seek the justice.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much harder because at the end of the day, what lawyer is going to take a case for free? Because most of these people, of course, don't have any money because most victims are usually poor kids. I mean, let's face it, they take advantage of people who they know can't fight back. So most victims are poor.
Right.
I was a victim. I was poor. I didn't have money at that time. I mean, the money that I was making for, you know, say the Goonies or Lost Boys all went to my parents. And the same with Corey Haim. He didn't make that money. I didn't make that money. It all went to our parents. So they know if they come after us, that if we try to go back after them, they're going to shut down our career before we're 18. We're not going to have a bankroll to be able to go after and fight for our justice. We're not going to have a voice that matters. That's why they take advantage of kids in the industry, because they know they can make them as popular as they want. And chances are they're going to blow through all the money before they turn 18 so that when they turn 18, they can shut down their career, end it, and then their voice won't matter anymore because they're not going to be on the cover of all the magazines. So all of a sudden they can say, well,
they won't be relevant anymore.
Yeah, they're not relevant. You know, God, what happened to them? They're so yesterday. They're so 15 minutes ago. You know, like, oh, they ended up in a rehab. They ended up as a junkie. They ended up as a porn star. They ended up as a prostitute. They ended up. It's always the sad story of the former child actor. Well, I got news for you. This is one former child actor who's not going to go down in flames. I'm going to stand up for truth. I'm going to stand up for justice. And I'm going to give victims a chance to be survivors, period. It's time for kids too. It's time for justice for survivors. And I'm tired of the abuse. I'm tired of being openly gagged, openly silenced, openly embarrassed and discriminated. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's foul. It's vile. And they can't get away with it any longer. I refuse to stay silent. And I want to say one other thing. We were supposed to stop streaming this movie a long time ago. But we keep it going because people say, you can't take it down. You can't let them win. But it's like, nobody's watching it. I mean, literally, we're lucky if we sell 10 tickets a day because they did such a good job of silencing my voice, taking me out of the media so I can't promote it to anybody outside of my fan base, literally. So that's why you're helping today, because I know that people who appreciate Penthouse and appreciate nude art and, you know, stuff like that, adult entertainment, they stand up for what's right because they don't want to see kids abused, right? I mean, come on. there's no reason why any fan base of any popular magazine, television show, radio show, whatever the views are, whatever the opinions are, it doesn't matter. What matters is that we should all care about our children. And that's all that matters. We're all brothers and sisters on this planet. We're all connected. So whatever your fantasies are, whatever your fetishes are, look at, I used to date 2 Penthouse Pet of the Years, right? And I loved them. They were great people. I'd still be friends with them today. I don't judge what people do for a living based on who I'm friends with. It's ridiculous.
By the way,
Yes.
one of them is watching.
Oh, good. Which one?
Alexis.
Oh, Alexis. Hi, honey. Miss you. It's been a long time. Many years.
And then we have so many people, by the way.
Erica.
Friends
Erica.
here.
You remember Erica?
Of course. I do.
Yeah. Do you still talk to her?
Yeah. She's great.
How is she?
She's doing good.
Good.
She's
I heard
good.
she had a baby. Did she have a baby or something?
No, she didn't have a baby, but I think she got married. Pretty sure.
Oh, she got married. I heard something about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was somewhere with Courtney, and somebody mentioned that like she was in that town. I don't know if it was at one of our stops on the tour or something, and we were trying to get her to come down or something like that. But we kind of almost connected, but then we didn't. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, so many great people from the old days. You know what really makes me sad though, and I know I shouldn't say this. I'm sad that Nick Guccione is no longer involved. Because he was a really nice guy. I really not like Nick.
Bob was a wonderful man. Bob
Yes.
handpicked me to be a Penthouse pet.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's amazing. I flew to New York to meet with him, and
Piece of history.
He is just a pioneer. He's a philanthropist. He was on the cutting edge of science and technology. He used to publish magazines called Omni and Longevity, which dealt
I remember
with
Omni.
science.
That was a great magazine. I didn't know that was Bob Guccione's magazine. Amazing magazine. Yeah.
So he was very diverse in his interests. The Smut Peddler had other, he had other interests, and
Right.
he was very.
It was never smut.
Right,
Hey, hold on. It was never smut. Penthouse has never been smut. It's always been beautiful.
But like people,
it's always been art.
As,
I get it. I said it too. But the point is that I say it in jest. I say it because I'm being sarcastic. Because look at, honestly, between Playboy and Penthouse, they were both art at a time. Now Playboy is far from art. Now it's just, I don't even know what to call it.
We're all.
But I have my own views on that.
But
listen, I think you guys have done a better job.
we're all in
carrying
it
the
together,
torch
though,
for
Corey.
what you do. I know, but I'm not a fan. I'm sorry, of Playboy these days. Hugh Hefner was my friend, and when that company was taken from him, Crystal Hefner is still our dear friend. And what happened was wrong, and I'm very sorry for him. Terrible for what happened to his family and just everything. It was, we'll get into that privately. That's a whole other story. But I was very close to all that, and what I saw happen to that company, was just wrong. It was just wrong. So God bless. Yeah. I'm sorry for Hef. I'm sorry for his family. And he's always going to have a special place in my memories, but that's besides the point. He treated women with respect. He was a gentleman. And again, freedom of choice. And freedom of choice. People go, oh, he's gross. He's this, he's that. You know what? He was a gentleman. And he gave a lot. He gave to a lot of people. He gave to animals' rights. He gave to humanitarian causes. He was a good man. And I'm sure Bob Guccione was also a very good man, because he would have never been able to do what he did if he wasn't. Sorry?
And Larry Flint.
Larry Flint as well. In fact, you know what? Jimmy Flint sent me a text message and said, thank you for doing. I want you to know. And this is from Flint's, son, his own son, Larry Flint's son, and he runs the magazine, or I don't know if he's still running the magazine. I think he turned it over to the sister, but he was years ago. But we've stayed in touch. And the thing is, I get lots of love and support from the adult industry. Why? Because, again, the adult industry is a choice. It's something that people choose to do. It is not the sex trade and it's not sex slaves. There's a big difference.
And it's not sex
okay?
trafficking. It is nothing like that.
That's right.
Again,
so
consensual sex between adults, like our Penthouse TV channels. And then in the magazine, it's a solo shoot of a consensual adult choosing to share
a
her
beautiful
body
woman, right,
with the world.
What's wrong with that?
So, I mean,
I see no problem with it at all. And I will definitely, one day when things get back to normal, I would love to come and support you guys in any way. But that said,
we would love to have you come to the office, meet everybody. You know, I'm very honored that my bosses let me do this interview. Again, because it's very controversial subject matter for everyone, but especially for a company that deals with sex.
And that's why it's so important to me to put it on the record.
Everybody that's not of age, right? Because that's inappropriate, and we do not support that.
Of course not. And I've never seen anything that was even made to look like it was somebody underage in Penthouse or any of its affiliates. No. And that's one of the reasons why I've always respected it as an art and tasteful magazine, as opposed to the myriad of others out there, which I will say are smut and are pornography. And again, it's a freedom choice. You know, I don't talk bad about Larry. I don't talk bad about Hustler. I don't talk bad about any of them, because as long as the people are over 18 and they're there for their freedom of choice, that is up to them. That is their choice, and they should be happy with their choices and proud of who they are. That said, what we're talking about is rape. We're talking about molestation. We're talking about pedophilia. Those are the things we discuss in My Truth, and those are the things that I'm fighting against. So let's be very careful, people, not to blur the lines and confuse the issue, because it's not about what adults do between adults. It's about what adults do to take advantage of children. And I got news for you. The adults that are into child porn, child trafficking, child sex trade, all that stuff, have no interest in adult nudity. They have no interest in beautiful women. Okay? That's a fact.
Yeah. I can't even add to that one. End of story. Right? I mean, you know, I wanted to talk to you about, okay, so watching this documentary, I told you it made me very sad, and I just thought that you had so much courage and strength, speaking your truth up against all odds and obstacles, and still now trying to get the word out. How much longer do we have that we can see this documentary, and where can we go to see it?
Right. Well, it's a controversial topic, as all are, but you know, literally every day that I keep that documentary up is another day that I'm opening myself up to slandered harassment, targeted harassment, degradation of my history. You know, you can't go on IMDb, Google, anywhere, Wiki, and find out the true log line for the film, what the movie's really about, positive reviews, nor can you find any acclimates for Corey Feldman. Nobody would know, if we didn't have these conversations, that I got laws passed. Nobody would know that I'm a national ambassador for Child USA. Nobody would know that I've won humanitarian awards. Nobody would know that I have a number 17 single on the Billboard charts with the title track of this song. Why don't people know these things? Because the media is trying to shut me down. They're trying to silence me. They don't want you to watch this movie. So pretend that you don't care what the media says. Pretend that we're stronger than that, and that our voices must be heard, and that you people will make it essential viewing to watch this film, which is probably only going to be out realistically for another week, maybe two. I mean, literally, I'm going to extend it as long as I can, but at this point, I'm thinking of extending it to the 22nd, and maybe one more week after that. But that is it. I mean, because I got to live. I got to move on with my life. And every day that I'm out there fighting is another day that I've got a target on my head, and I have to listen to crap that you're seeing scrolling in front of you during this whole interview by these ignorant cultists who are brainwashing people with misinformation. So that said, I also want to do a quick plug. I know this is totally outside of the topic, but while I have you, I have a cartoon animated show for those fans of my animated work that's coming out Sunday night. Sunday night on Adult Swim. I will be on an episode of the new J.J. Villard show, which is called J.J. Villard's Fairy Tales. Sorry. J.J. Villard's Fairy Tales. And it's a sick and twisted show made by a man who is one of the creators of the imagery of Shrek, the guy who was one of the animators and storyboarders for Shrek. And I think he was one of the directors as well. But anyway, he was involved with Shrek 2, 3, and I think maybe even 4. But he is J.J. Villard. He's very, very witty, brilliant, comedic, satirical, dark comedy, but for sure. So for all of those sick and twisted people, just a little bit. Not really sick and twisted, just a little bit. And it's called Twisted Tales, I believe. Maybe it's just Fairy Tales. I don't know, but it's on Sunday night on Adult Swim at 12:15. My episode will air, and it's 12:15 nationwide. I don't know about other countries, but if your time zone says it's 12:15, then it'll be on. I think that's how it works. But anyway, Adult Swim, 12:15 Sunday night, which would actually be Monday morning for those people who go by the 12 o'clock clock. And that's it. So sorry, Mr.
Oh wait, there's one more thing.
Yes.
Hold on. I want to promote something for you.
Oh.
So our mutual friend, Judy Aronson, star of Friday the 14th for the final chapter.
13th.
Oh, that's what I mean. Sorry. Yeah. Friday the 13th for the final chapter. You guys were both in 13 Fanboy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
Is that coming out?
Said to say hi to you. And apparently it's a movie with all of the cast from all of the Friday the 13th movies and Dee Wallace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Friday the 13th,
it was actually directed. It was directed by, I think is it Deborah Hill? Well, anyway, she was one of the stars of the Friday the 13th franchise who directed the movie. I'm forgetting the name right now.
Okay.
So anyway, so it's everybody involved was part of some huge cult horror movie. And so it's a totally fan-made project. It's made by the fans, for the fans. It's a cult following type thing, but I think people are really going to like it. I do a brief cameo. I also have another movie that's playing in Texas right now called Teen Girls First Wheels, which is a teen comedy, kind of a Lifetime sort of movie, very pure and clean type teen comedy, and good, safe family viewing for everybody as opposed to all this other stuff we're talking about. Good, safe family fun. And it's actually in theaters, I think, right now in Texas, but it's called Teen Girls First Wheels. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff I got out there in the ether, but there's nothing more important than My Truth, The Rape of Two Corys, and that is still airing right now. You can buy your tickets right now as we speak, mytruthdoc.com. It's been right there pinned on the Penthouse site this whole time. So for anybody who missed it, just look down and you'll see it. But anyway, thank you so much, Sam. I really appreciate this.
Hey, Corey, where can people follow you? Give your social media.
They can follow me right here at CDog22 or on Twitter at Corey_Feldman. And, of course, Facebook, but I don't really go on Facebook much these days. I kind of just used it as a posting ground ever since the whole 2016 debacle. It's just kind of been a cesspool for the unapprovable. But anyway, so that said, I don't go on Facebook much, but I am always here on Instagram when I can be, and Twitter. And then, of course, my website, CoreyFeldman.net, which is run by the great Heather Dawn May, and mytruthdoc.com. So those are all the places you can find Feldman World. And then, of course, Courtney.
You know, I also want to thank...
She's been on here, by the way.
I want to thank your wife. Yeah,
hey.
Courtney Ann.
Hi, Sam.
Well, wasn't that remarkable timing?
I love how you've been giving it to everybody in the chat, Courtney.
Yeah, of course. I try and be active on there and stuff and set things straight, for people that are misinformed.
There's
and
a lot
I'd love to say hi to Sammy Robin, your publicist.
Yeah,
Sammy. Yeah, she's been on there fighting it out. Antonio Marie, Heather Dawn May.
Yes.
These are all
Danielle.
important people to us. Danielle.
My Auntie Cheryl.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
But anyway, make sure you watch JJ Villard's Fairy Tales on Sunday night at 12:15. Make sure you watch my Truth Doc and come tell us what you think about it. I know that you got to watch it, and I'm glad you did. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I know it's hard to enjoy something like that, but as much as you can enjoy being educated.
It's so important. You guys, it's so important. It has to be seen, and it had to be told. And I just applaud you. I applaud both of you, because Courtney, it couldn't have been easy for you to go through the stuff that Corey's had to go through since making this documentary. So God bless the two of you.
How could
I really love you so much.
Could I not be there for him? Thank you. I had to be there for him.
We love you too, Sam.
Yeah, we love you too, honey. I had to be there for him. Like, look at him. Look at how many people come against him. It's like crazy, and he's trying to do his friend justice, by telling his story, which he asked him to tell him, for him if he died, basically. So.
Right. For as many people that are against you, and you stand up for them, I swear, if anybody's been with us this whole hour in this interview, there are so many supporters. There are 3 times as many positive people than negative people. The positivity always wins. The good always wins. I'm a true believer. At the end, the good prevails. And kids too will prevail. Corey Feldman will prevail. Courtney Ann will prevail. And guess what? Penthouse and Sam Phillips will prevail.
Yeah.
Bam!
That's right.
Damn straight, bitches.
Yeah.
So remember, it's hashtag capital K, little IDS, and the number 2. Kids too. Let's get it vocal. Let's get it out there. And let's start organizing peaceful protests for, say, like the fall when kids go back to school, because that's a great time to start pushing that agenda. Right? Right. So let's get our teams together. Let's get some peaceful protests together, and let's get our voices raised in the name of justice and in the name of victims. And guess what, all you Corey Haim fans, we don't even have to mention his damn name, all right? We don't have to mention him for anybody that can't support what we're doing together. Anybody that can't support the fact that the 2 Coreys will always be a part of history, our friendship will always be forever, and nothing will ever destroy that. Nothing can ever break that bond. So no matter what you say, no matter what you believe, no matter how big of a fan of the crazy Judy Haim you are, no matter what she says, it doesn't matter, because our brotherhood goes beyond. And he's waiting for me in heaven. And guess what? When I get there, we're going to be the 2 Coreys again. But for right now, I'm here to spread his word and spread his light and let people know what a good person he was, what a great actor he was, what a wonderful human being he was, and how his voice deserves to be heard and his story deserves justice. Period, plain and simple. And anybody who doesn't believe what I'm saying right now and wants to debate it or wants to sit there and throw rude, crude comments around,
or sit there and promote themselves so selfishly.
Right. Well, they say, oh, R.I.P. Corey Haim. You don't care about Corey Haim. If you cared about Corey Haim, you'd want to get justice. So you're a joke. Remember
Such a
that.
joke.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. Peace.
Amen.
God bless you. God bless you. And let's all thank God for this beautiful day that we've been given on this earth. Thank you for this spirit. Thank you for this beautiful peace and this love and this opportunity to spread our message and our voice. Because I wish you peace and love in your life, Sam. And I hope that you stay safe and I hope that you stay protected. Keep a mask on when you're out in public. Don't get caught up in any riots. Don't let your house get burned down. And I hope to see you when we get back to America. All right?
I love you guys.
We love you too.
And by the way, for everybody that was asking, I am wearing clothes. Nobody thought I was wearing clothes.
Damn! Now that's the only part I'm not going to applaud. I thought we were going to get a free show today, but I guess that's on tomorrow.
And by the way, you guys, I'm sure you saw me promote it on my Instagram, but if you don't know what it is, it's Sam's Pajama Party, and my Twitter is TheSimple.
Yay!
We did it years ago. I remember we did Sam's Pajama Party years ago, and it was a good time.
Yes.
Yep. I'm still at that Sam's pajama party.
Awesome.
Keep it up, girl. Don't ever let the party stop.
No, never.
Peace
And
and
I
love,
just want to
beautiful.
thank
We love you.
everybody, Jamie and Durga and Megan. I've had so many friends, people that love you guys that have been in this chat, and I just want to thank them for tuning in and hearing your important message. And
thank you. And all of you, please follow us. And also, if you have, if any of you pets out there, because I know a lot of the pets go through these types of abuses or have had this type of abuse in your past prior to your adult career, please feel free to contact us if you need support. We can put you in touch with the right people. We can get you counsel. We can get you lawyers. And that's for everybody out there.
Yeah.
So it's not just about, childhood sexual abuse. It's any type of sexual abuse. If you've been taken advantage of, if you've been used and abused, don't ever feel that you're alone. Don't ever feel that your voice doesn't matter, because it does. I don't believe in slut shaming. People should have the right and the freedom and the open ability to have sex with whomever, whenever they choose, as long as it's done with consent and it's all above 18. So have some good sex. Peace and love. God bless. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
bye, guys.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
And love you.
Everybody, thank you. Love you, Courtney Ann.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And sorry, haters. Or maybe we gave you something to do for the last hour. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you to all the people. My boobs are in. Whoa, yeah. Thanks to all the people that support Corey and Courtney and, came out to listen and spread his message. And I just want to say, Child USA, Child USA, Child USA. Thank you. Have a great day, you guys. Please stay safe. I love you so much. And thanks for letting me be here. Okay. Bye.